How are you guys going to handle Cam's ease into practice?
Well, just that. He's practicing, but he'll have limitations. That'll pretty much be the report for at least a couple weeks. Practicing with limitations. Hopefully, some of those limitations start to get lifted as we get deeper into camp. But today was a good start, and we just got to be intelligent about it. Which we got a great medical staff. I'm sure they'll do exactly what's right for him.
Same question for Keithy. How do you guys integrate him?
Same way, just he's not cleared yet by any means as far as 100%. He's able to do a few things. Today was predominantly Whittingham stuff, but as soon as he's ready, as soon as they give us the green light, we'll start to work him in as well.
Are they ahead of schedule in terms of where the rehab is?
Right on schedule. I wouldn't say ahead, but right on schedule.
What's your understanding of what Cam can do right now and what he can't?
Well, he can't get hit, and he can't, right now we don't want him reacting to defenders, just going through his mechanics, his footwork. He can throw, he can do all the throwing he needs to do, but we just got to make sure that we stay away at this point from sudden movements and change of direction.
A lot of new guys at the skill positions. You guys added through the portal and other means. First impressions?
Very good. Micah Pittman looked really good today. He's got a good skill set, soft hands, catching punts, excellent hands out of the slot on offense. Let's see, Emery Simmons had a good day. New tight ends, Bentley and Landon had a nice day. King. Trying to think who else there is. Defensively, it's pretty much the same crew as in spring. So yeah, we're pleased so far. One practice, but we've liked what we've seen from those guys all through the summer conditioning.
And there are questions about Pittman's health. He had surgery the offseason.
Did everything today. It was everything today with no limitations, and of course it was non-padded practice. We might be a little more cautious when it comes to putting the gear on, but for right now, he's doing a good job.
There's always something that, as you start camp that you're going to want to focus on more than anything else. Outside of quarterback, maybe what is your biggest focus going into
Outside of quarterback, the biggest focus would be quarterback. Quarterback again. So I can't think of anything that's even close to that right now as far as making sure if in the event Cam can't go, we got the right guy that is going to start the game. And so that supersedes everything. If you had to put another item on, probably the pecking order at wide receiver, starting to get those guys, and it won't happen right away, but after we accumulate enough of a body of work, who the number one target is, number two, number three, and so on.
Is Brandon still that guy somewhat slated at number two, or where does their spot?
They're all picking up where they left off in spring. Brandon came out of spring slightly ahead of the other guys, so yeah, he's taking the 2 reps right now, and actually a lot of the 1 reps that Cam can't take, depending on what drill we're in. But Nate is doing a nice job. Bryson Barnes is doing a nice job. So those 3 guys are going to continue to compete until we can confidently settle them.
With Colorado moving to the Big 12, do you still think that this college football is trending towards super conferences? And
sure, I've thought it's been trending that way for 10 years ago. That was my impression, in my opinion, and I think each year we take another step towards that. And I think it's inevitable. The timetable, who knows, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, but I believe that's the direction that things are heading.
Probably too early to tell, but what's something that you're most confident in right now?
I would say the defense overall. At every level, we're talented, we're deep. The front is physical, athletic. Linebackers are active and tough, and the secondary got a bunch of ball hawks back there and some really good tacklers at the safety spots. So I think the defense really has a chance to be standout for us this year.
Are you set up front right now, or is there still a competition on the offensive line?
It's always a competition. If we had to start today, we knew who that would be, but we know who that would be. But we got some talented young freshmen here, Caleb Lomo and Spencer Fano, to name 2 of them. And it's going to be very competitive, I can tell you that, as camp goes on. But if we had to play right now today, we know who we'd start, but it's a work in progress.
Is Falcon slotted at left tackle right now?
He's one of the guys in the mix. Yep, he's one of the guys in the mix.
Is Kump going inside?
He could go either way. To be determined. Same with Satao and Lomain.
What do you expect from Landon Martin in year 2?
Landon Martin is going to be even more impactful than he was last year. He's 15 pounds heavier, maybe 20 pounds heavier. Hasn't lost a step. He's big, he's physical, he's tough, smart, and we expect that he's going to be a very good player for us. Again, even better than last year.
How do you begin to replace Clark Phillips and
Yeah, Clark's a heck of a player, but we feel like we have a lot of depth at that position. Even with Clark's departure, we didn't really lose anybody else, and we added a few guys. Smith Snowden, we think, is going to be a really good player for us. Miles Battle, who was here in spring, is going to be a good player for us. So there's a lot of guys that are ready and on the verge of having a breakthrough and becoming game ready.
The assistant coaches raved about the work the players put in during the summer. What does that say about the culture and the leadership of the team?
It says a lot. It says that our guys care about what they're doing. They're committed to what they're doing. They're all in. And it also says a lot about our strength coaches. I mean, our strength coaches are as good as there is, or the best in the country. We just couldn't be more pleased with the toughness that's instilled. You not only want to get stronger and more flexible and all, but the mentality. They follow suit with our mentality as a team perfectly in our weight room as far as building mental toughness.
Coming off of back-to-back conference titles, what's kind of like the drive and hunger mentality like with this group?
Yeah, three-peat would be great. No one's ever done that in the Pac-12, so that's something. We haven't been to the CFP yet. I mean, there's a lot of things that we have not accomplished that would be a big step for our program, and those two right at the forefront.
Are you missing anybody right now on the field? Is everybody out here you expect?
Everyone here, all 120, get 120 this year. They upped it by 10, which was a good move by the NC2A. So we got 120 guys. We got about 4 or 5 guys in the bullpen in case of injury, and we're at full strength right now in that regard.
It's got to be a first.
I think it is.
It's been a while since you had everybody here from the start.
I take it. We got one guy we're waiting.
Okay.
One guy. I forgot about one guy. So hopefully we'll get him here in the next week or so.
Are you able to say who that is yet? Or?
Not yet. Not yet. You can figure it out, but I can't say it yet. So.
How's Jaquita Jackson look so far?
One day he looked really good. I mean, he's got all the skill set, the physical tools that you look for in a running back. We all know what he did for us last year. He was a saving grace in the run game for us last year, and he is determined to be even better this year. He is all in, completely embraced that position, and has a burning desire to be the best that he can possibly be.
Do you anticipate him to kind of be right in that mix for the 1 and 2 spot?
Absolutely. If we had to line up today, he'd be RB1 if we had to play today.
Is that a committee approach this year, or is this
to be determined? It could go either way, and it's not a big deal whether it's one lead back or whether it's 2 or 3 guys that contribute. As long as you're getting the overall production, that's all that matters at running back. And so we don't necessarily have to have the one guy that carries it 25 times. If we do, great, but if we don't, just as well.